The things you watch, listen to, and surround yourself with can shape your actions, thoughts, and even your character, either positively or negatively. It's a powerful reality, and the more we understand it, the more intentional we can be about the influences we allow into our lives. Welcome to another episode of Title Thoughts with Tosin. I hope you're having a restful weekend and taking some time to recharge. Today, I will be talking about the power of influence. But before I start, don't forget to click the subscribe, like, and share button, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload new episodes. Thank you. Now let's get started. Influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone. It's not just about external pressure, it's about subtle, everyday interactions and exposures that shape who we are over time. Have you ever noticed how you pick up habits, phrases, or even attitudes from people you spend the most of your time with? Or how a movie, a song, or a book can stick with you, shaping how you see the world or respond to certain situations? That's the power of influence at work. Let me share a quick story to illustrate this. A few years ago, I came across a young lady who was obsessed with action films. She would watch them every day after work, and her friends even joked that she could quote every line from her favorite movies. Over time, she noticed something unusual about herself. Her interactions and relation with others started mimicking the aggressive tone and demeanor of the characters she admired. It wasn't intentional, but the constant exposure to those storylines had started to shape her behavior. Recognizing this, she decided to mix things up. She started watching motivational talks, documentaries, and even picked up reading inspiring biographies. Within months, her tone softened, her outlook became more positive, and her relationships improved. That's how quickly influence can transform us, both for good and for bad. So, how does this work? Why are we so susceptible to influence? Number one, repetition. The more you are exposed to something, the more it becomes ingrained in your subconscious. That's why marketers use repeated ads, and it's also why the content you consume daily matters so much. Number two, emotional connections. When something resonates emotionally, it sticks. That's why music, movies, or even powerful speech can move us deeply and linger in our minds for days. Number three, environment. The people and situations you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your thought patterns and behavior. If you're in a circle that values growth, you're more likely to thrive. But if negativity dominates your environment, it's easy to get stuck in that moment. Now that we've understand the mechanics, how can we use this knowledge to create a positive influence in our lives? Here are some practical steps. Firstly, curate your inputs. Be intentional about what you watch, read, and listen to. Ask yourself, is this adding value to my life? Seek out content that uplifts, educates, or inspires you. Secondly, choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with people who motivate and challenge you to be better. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Thirdly, reflect and evaluate. Regularly take stock of how certain influences are affecting you. Are you becoming more patient, optimistic, and driven, or are you feeling anxious, frustrated, or stuck? And finally, be a positive influence. Remember, influence is a two-way street. While you're being shaped by others, you're also shaping those around you. Be mindful of the impact you have on your family, friends, and colleagues. The power of influence is undeniable, but it's also something you can control. The key is to be more intentional. Don't let the world decide who you become. Instead, choose the influences that align with the person you want to be. I'll leave you with this thought. Imagine if you surround yourself only with content, people, and experiences that inspire, challenge, and uplift you. How different would your life look a year from now? Thank you for joining me on Tides of Thought today. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay intentional.